Hi, Thrifty Tim, back for another episode of Thrifty Tim's midday, Monday midday music chat. And right now, I see I'm the only one here. Right? No, Paul Cycle DJ had something to do, some business to take care of today, so he's not here. Right? So he won't be here today. But I'm still doing my show. Oh, just a minute. Hello?
Did you start your thing yet?
I just put them.
Do we have a round, maybe a round seat or another kind of seat?
Round.
It's round.
Yeah.
I don't know what to get. It's $44.
I don't know what to get, so I'd have to see them too.
No. Okay, they have the round ones, right? $44.39. I'll ask the plastic, white. Looks like a round one.
Yeah.
$9.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
All right, bye. Sorry about that. My wife called me about something. So I had to take care of that. Oh, I do have a viewer now. Well, let me show you first of all, I'll show you my acquisitions over the past week. I have some DCLT to show, and then I went to a couple of thrift stores on that. I'll show what I picked up. Okay. I'm showing my TCLT. Well, I apologize if I tend to drop out. My internet's been acting. It's been dropping out on and off, so I'm hoping it will work today. So first of all, I'll show you the VCLT I got. I got this from a former YouTuber. He doesn't make videos anymore. And his channel is Kevy Metal. That's with the K. And he's been thinning out his collection some, and so I got 4 albums from him. First one is Association, self-titled album, Gatefold. Yeah, I like the Association. They're one of my favorite 60s groups. And then another one, and then along comes Association. This one has Long Come Mary on it, and Cherish. Oh, and then after Joe, this is a live album of his. It's you can't argue with Sick Mind. That's I like Joe Walsh, and he does Rocky Mountain Day on here. Help Me Through the Night and Walk Boy are on here. And the last one that I got from him is Beach Boys Endless Summer. This is a GLP compilation of hits. See, I used to be really into the Beach Boys when I first started out collecting, and for a while there I had a lot of their albums from the 60s and stuff. This was back in the 70s, so well, that's what I got from Kevin Metal. And then Friday, my wife, daughter, and I were going to the thrift store. My daughter was having to find some stuff for before going to the camp. She's a children's minister. I know I've said before, and they're going to summer camp in a week. So to show you what I picked up at the first one we stopped, I stopped there about a week ago too. It's Roy Acuff. that glory bound train, and it looks like it's more of a country gospel album by him. And then it's Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. I haven't really listened to them, but these are 89 cents a piece. But it has like with the little help from my friends on there, and the look of love. Look around on it. And then I got a CD there. That's Phil Collins, the Serious Hits Live. I like Phil Collins from around that time period. This is from 1990. And then my daughter didn't find much here, so he went to another Salvation Army that I haven't been to for a while. And well, hello, Dave. How are you doing? Well, anyway, then we went to another thrift store, and I have found a cage on there. I thought of JJ Explosive Fit, 22 Explosive Fits. Yes, I've been buying cage helms through the years when I come across them. This is a lot of Western ones, or humorous ones. I made the Bird of Paradise, Fly Up Your Nose by Little Jimmy Dickens. And the Battle of Cucamonga by Homer and Jethro. Mule Skinner Blues by the Fenderman. It has a lot of songs like those on it. So, next one's another country artist, but this is more of a country gospel by her. This is Dottie West sings Sacred Ballads. And this is from 67 on RCA. Then, of course, I had to buy some, have more comedy. I tried to get their stuff whenever I see them. Smothers Brothers. The two sides of the Smothers Brothers. They're pretty much a mixture of folk and comedy. And some country here. This is the Oak Ridge Boys, Seasons. This is, you can tell this is from the 80s because it's shows digital right down there. It's on MCA Records. And some more, you could say, country comedy. This is Ray Stevens. Everything is Beautiful. Of course, it has Everything is Beautiful on it. He also does Get Together. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. He seems like he's singing more folk songs on this one, but look at how young he looks on here, too. I'm used to him with the beard and everything, and seeing him like that is just seems weird. And then a couple more, like if JJ ends up watching this stream later on, I got 2 copies of this one in there. It's 26 non-stop sing-along honky tonk on KTEL. And it has stuff by like Frankie Yankovic that's on here. And Myron Florin. Wait, no, that's not the right one. I was looking at an ad for a polka one. This has Joanne Castle, Del Wood, Joe Finger's Car, Charlie Young. So it's pretty much honky tonk music. And here's an album, artist from the 80s set that I got to like the 80s, 90s. Christopher, this is a promotion copy here, Ghost Stamp promo. It's the Getaway. I don't know whether I've heard anything from this album or not. This is from 82 on A&M. But I like a lot of his music, so I figured I'd get it to check it out. Then here's a folk group that I usually pick up when I see them. This is the new Christie Minstrels, the Wandering Minstrels. I hadn't come across this one in the wild before, and for 89 cents, I can't beat that. There's several artists that have gone through them before, going on to bigger groups, sort of like Kenny Rogers before the first, and several members of the first edition before they became before they came to first edition, and John Denver was even with them for a while. Now this one is similar to another one I have. I have another one in this series. It's then and now. This is one on MCA where they have two artists together. One side is by one of the artists, and the second side's by the other. This is Peggy Lee and Jack Jones. The other one I have is Neil Diamond and, if I remember right, the Supremes. And then the last one I got is the Statler Brothers. Oh, great, the art. This is more country gospel on here. But if you've watched many of my videos, you'll see that I have a lot of Statler Brothers in my collection. Well, I'm going to be putting posting a link right now if anybody wants to get on and chat with me. Okay, the link is now up, so any of you that want to come chat with me, like Davey or any of you, go right ahead. Something weird came up on my phone, so I know what it was. But also, in the past week, I wasn't on as many live streams because my migraines were really acting up. But today I'm doing a little better. My neurologist has changed medicine on me and everything. But yesterday I was psychic most of the day, and so I just was doing streaming stuff on my on the TV in my bedroom and stuff. And like yesterday, I was watching a British series on BritBox. It was either, I don't know whether to pronounce it Wycliffe or Wycliffe. I've hear him pronouncing it Wycliffe on the show, but I've heard other people saying Wycliffe. But I have to laugh because for migraines in a couple different shows, women said, "Oh, I had a migraine." I know it's not. I'm sort of like picking on how a British pronounce stuff. I know they probably say a lot of the stuff about us here in the U.S. So I don't mean anything bad from it. If any of you are watching and feeling sort of bad about what I said. But then last night I went on to Peacock. That's newer streaming service NBC came out with last year. I was one of the early subscribers to them because my internet Comcast and them and NBC are owned by the same company, so I have got subscribed to early on, and so last night I noticed that they have all the Jaws movies on there. And what's a better summer movie to watch than Jaws? Yes, this is an actual one from 1975. I remember going and seeing it in the theater. Uh, so, uh, so after all that time, it's been 46 years. And just watching and looking at this arc and stuff, and you sort of have to laugh watching some of that stuff. But, well, I haven't had anybody want to come talk, so I guess I'll just show some more of my albums that I didn't show last week. Of course, this is Procol Harum Live. It's from 1972 on the A&M and Chrysalis. Jay and the American Wax Museum. This is, not sure whether this is a compilation or like a greatest hits one or just covering album of covers. Okay, Nazareth's greatest hits. I've been a Nazareth fan since the 70s. My oldest brother got me into them, and I saw them back in '79. They came on. I told the story about concerts I've been to, and I saw them after AC/DC with Bon Scott back in '79. I'm back up to 3 subscribers now. I see another group that I've liked since the '70s, but I've never been able to see them as Deep Purple. This is a compilation, When We Rock, We Rock, and When We Roll, We Roll. So it has stuff like Space Truckin' and Kentucky Women, Woman from Tokyo, and Smoke on the Water, and Tyree Star are all on it. And then going over towards the sappy side of me, this is Neil Sedaka, Sedaka live in Australia. So I like a lot of his older hits. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here now with my lighting and stuff. But it seems like everything got yellow on me here all of a sudden. But the album here isn't the greatest. Okay, the best of the guest suit. This is one of them I got when I got a subscription to the RCA Music Club back in the 70s. It was like 9 records for like a penny or 5 cents, and they figured I'd do it. And that's all the 9 records I got. Like I said, I link this there if any of you want to come on and chat with me. Some of these I know I've shown last week, though. Okay. Okay, not sure whether I showed this one or not. This is Moody Blues, Early Blues. This is a compilation of their earlier hits. This was released back in '85, so around 20 years later. And Fruit Gum Company, Juiciest Hits, has those bubblegum songs, like Indian Giver, and they do a decent cover of Mighty Quinn on it. They do 1, 2, 3, Red Light, and Good Goody Gumdrops. Of course, this is a group I have to always show when I come across show their records on here, Cheap Trick, considering I live in their hometown. So have any of you watched any good summer movies lately? Just post it in the chat, or I'll bring you on live where we could talk about them. Okay, here's Genesis 3 Sides Live. A group a lot of people like in the BC. Okay, the soundtrack to Top Gun. Yes, I saw the movie when it came out, like back in '86 or whatever, and I bought this as soon as I saw it in the BX, the base I was stationed at. So that's one that they've had for several years. So is this one, Flashdance. See, some of the by the time Top Gun came out, my wife and I were married, if I remember right, or we might not have been because we got married in '86. But for this one, we were dating at the time. And here's another soundtrack from when we were dating. This is the Footloose soundtrack. Of course, there's so many good songs on this album, like Footloose by Kenny Loggins and Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler. And there's the Staying Alive soundtrack. This is, of course, Bee Gees. Do you have that songs on it? Then like Sylvester Stallone's brother, I think it is, does a couple of songs on it. And of course, the dreaded Xanadu soundtrack. One side with the Electric Light Orchestra, the other side, Olivia Newton-John. But I like the soundtrack. I like the movie too. Just with the music and like with them skating during it. Stevie Wonder, The Woman in Red, I've always liked him. The other one I saw when my wife and I were dating, Teachers, which has a lot of good songs on it. And from a John Hughes movie, Pretty in Pink, the soundtrack to it was OMD doing If You Leave. Okay, here's a good compilation if you like jazz and R&B of Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Donny Hathaway, the Staple Singers, and Ray Charles, recorded live in Newport in New York. This one's on Buddha Records. I can't really read the year too well because my site isn't the greatest anymore. It's been gone. This is Bronco album, Sound Explosion. Has a Robin Fly on it. SOS. Here's one that I wish I could find a better version for. This is Rock Power. It's a rock one, but the album's decaying on it, you could say. And it has a lot of good stuff on here. Like this has Don't Miss Cooper on it. And they have Magic Carpet by Steppenwolf, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and a Ride by Bach Turner Overdrive. Okay, hey, Tim Wise here at last. Now, Tim Weisberg is who it was. Electric Light Orchestra, Yellow, of course, is still out there. Early stuff up through like Face and Music, and it's a good song. And of course, at the Grateful Dead, at the Skeleton Roses, or is it Bones and Roses Live album, as people call it. Excellent album. And some more Tim Weisberg had smiled the best of Tim Weisberg. Yeah, is there anything any of the viewers that are watching anything you want to discuss, like music or movie wise, something like that, or just go ahead and post it in the comments, and I'll get back, or I'll do it. But so how did everybody's weekend go? I know I told you about mine. Okay, there's an album that I like. This is Chicago at Carnegie Hall. Of course, it's the 2 LP set. Oh, come on. Or wait, no. This isn't the 2 LP. This is a 2 LP set. This is sides 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. I do have the box set of it also. Here's one artist. Oh. I can't. Yeah, Dave, I can't remember who did. I don't remember that album, Dave. I'll have to look it up later. So here's female singer. She was folk and stuff, and I really like her voice. That's Judy Collins. So early in the spring, it's a compilation of her. So. And there's just with her voice alone. Okay, Bee Gees Gold. This is the you can say pre-disco hits on here, and this is something I've had several copies of that album over the years. And okay, this one, Limo. It's put up by Warner Brothers. It's from 1977. It's a 2 LP compilation of stuff by various artists on the label. Yeah, I like the first Bee Gees album also, Dave. I own that also. It's in my collection somewhere. But well, this one has a Cry Cooter on Jonathan Cain Band, Bonnie Raitt, Little Feat, Van Morrison, Lil Sayer, Danny O'Keefe, Fleetwood Mac, Marlon Lefevre, Jesse Winchester, Just Colin Young, the Henhouse 5+2, Emmylou Harris, Gary Wright, Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, the Doobie Brothers, and Rod Stewart are some of the artists on there. And I don't have much David Bowie in my collection, but I do have this one. I really like this one. She changes one Bowie, just like all the songs that are on here. But Space Oddity, John, I'm Only Dancing, that changes, Ziggy Stardust, Suffragette City, Genie, Diamond Dogs, Rebel, Young American English. Here's another compilation, Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. It's a greatest hits compilation of theirs. And of course, you can tell this was after the Brothers in Arms album came out. And yes, I do have some Black Sabbath. We sold our soul for rock and roll. That's not the only album up there that I have either. Working on finding some I didn't show last week on here. Okay, I'll show this one. Okay, no, I showed you that one on Warner Brothers. Here's one that's on from Columbia Records. This is a 3 LP set. This is called The Music People, from like Columbia artist. It's from the early 70s, I know that. But see, it's a fold, of course, a gatefold. And, oh shoot, don't like that happening. It started dripping on me. It's just been handled so much by people. But this has Santana on there, Poco, New Riders of the Purple Sage, Taj Mahal, Sweat Hog, the Chambers Brothers, REO Speedwagon, Bob Dylan, Johnny Winter, and Jeff Beck Group, Chase, The Byrds, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, the Oyster Cult, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, David Clinton Thomas, Redbone, Spirit, It's a Beautiful Day, Boss Gags and Band, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, 10 Years After, Chris Christopherson, Edgar Winter's White Trash, Kenny Loggins with Messina, and Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders. Those are some of the groups on that one. And of course, Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volumes 1 and 2. I have most of his albums through like 85 or so to on some form of physical media or other. I know some people don't like him too well, but with me, I've liked him all along. I believe that going through some more here. Well, I'm up to 4 viewers. Like I said, I did leave a link on here if anybody wants to join in and chat. Okay. Oh, this one's 3 LP set also. This is released in 1991 on Warner's Special Products. But it's a various artists one. It's a class reunion. It has songs from the 60s and 70s on it. Let me see if there's any 80s on it. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's mainly 60s and 80s. And it's just Damon stuff. So that went through high school those years. I graduated high school in 78. So, of course, there's songs that I grew up with in there too. Another one is 70s Gold. This is 2 LP set. This is collected. It says on Sessions, and has a lot of good stuff from the 70s on it. And Peaches, it's a Capricorn 2 LP compilation from the various artists. Of course, Allman Brothers are on here. Richard Betts or T. Betts. Elvin Bishop. Wet Willie's on here. Percy Sledge. The Marshall Tucker Band. Captain Beyond. Greg Allman. Arthur Connolly. Kitty Wells is here. And Wayne Allman's on here too. Hey, I'm not sure I showed this last week or not. It's volume 2 from Tony Bennett. I like his music also. Another soundtrack by many of you've probably seen this movie, Every Which Way But Loose. Of course, with Clint Eastwood and like Eddie Rabbit and Mel Tillis and Charlie Rich. I'll do songs on this soundtrack. It's pretty much country songs. And this is somebody I saw in concert. That was like 2018, I think it was October 2018. Alice Cooper did a concert in old theater that they've renovated, and I couldn't believe that they let him do it in there with all of his pyrotechnics and stuff, but they did. And Rick and Dax Nielsen played along on accompanied them on guitars throughout the concert. And yeah, Dave, I thought that I was surprised when I came across that Peaches comp because it has a lot of good stuff on it. And here's a little River Band comp that I got like within the last few years. It's a long way there, and they're another group I like. I bet I saw them back in '83 at Red Rocks in Colorado, which is an outdoor amphitheater, and they put on a pretty good show. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band opened up for them in the show. See what I have behind me. Okay, or some more. There's some stuff that was popular in the 70s. Another group, England Dan and John Fercoli. I have two different albums of theirs here. You might notice most of my collections from the 70s. It's like at least 3/4 of it, I'd say. And of course, I can't. What's a 70s collection without Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy album? You probably notice my listening tastes go all over the place. I even have some Wayne Newton. Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Okay. Okay, Dolly Parton. This is Here You Come Again. Of course, it has Here You Come Again, and it also has Two Doors Down on it. Oh, another voice that I really like, Crystal Gale. This is the Crystal. It's but I just love her singing. Okay, found some more. This will be the last ones unless anybody else comes on and wants to chat. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Of course, this says, if you want to get to heaven on it. And for a good laugh, Bobby Goldsboro watching Scotty grow. The Outlaws playing to win. The Outlaws hurry sundown. Outlaws in the eye of the storm. Some good rock there. And of course, here's Jim Stafford. This album has Spiders and Snakes on here. It also has Wildwood Weed. Excellent album here. This is Emmylou Harris. It's Part of Moon in a 10-Cent Town. I think that's my favorite of her albums. Linda Ronstadt, Self Curse. Linda Ronstadt, self-titled album. Willie Nelson Stardust, where he does more like songs from the American Songbook and stuff. He does stuff like Stardust, Georgia on My Mind, Blue Skies, Melody. Some rock country. Wolf Creek, no, Black Bear Road. This is an album with Convoy on it, and it has Black Bear Road and the Silverton on it, and that's all I have for you. So that's going to be it for my note this week. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.